there to salvage. The other question that people ask is, how do I start trusting them again? So I understand that they've got a valid reason. I understand that maybe I wasn't being physically affectionate and I wasn't very present. I understand all of that, but I can't help but feel so awful. I can't help but not trust them. I can't help but get random pangs of stress and anxiety. I can't help it that I might be sitting there cooking, cleaning, or eating, and then randomly I'll get thoughts and I get like this trauma again. How do I get rid of this and how do I trust my partner again? The first thing to understand is any kind of infidelity, anything that shocks you, causes a level of PTSD. And what I mean by this is you will get some flashbacks randomly and very vivid visions of what your partner would have done. And you get flashbacks every time things are calm between you and partner and you've tried to repair things and you've gone on a nice date and you got connected. Your brain is now programmed to expect anxiety. So you might dream something really awful. You might have a thought that's really awful and you've just had a nice recovery date and now you're filled with anger and questions. So what you have to do is first thing is not feed the beast. You will get like an inkling to ask so many questions and ask for details and ask to see their phone. You'll ask for these things, but trust involves believing what you can't see. That's what trust actually involves. Trust, if I trust my partner, it's I believe what I can't see. If I trust God, I believe what I can't see. So if you've been traumatized by an affair and you think the recovery program involves having access to their emails, their phones, and this, that, and the other, you're not building trust, you're taking control. You're so scared of being shocked again that you want to control every aspect of their life so that they don't disturb your peace again. You can predict the pain, but that's actually not the cure. The cure is trust. It means believing them, not looking for behaviors and controlling them in order to rebuild the trust. Instead, this is what you do. So going through their phone, checking their email, asking for details, instead of that, you reconnect with them. What I mean by this is chances are you'll only get these bursts of anger when you've been disconnected. You haven't seen each other for a while, you haven't been spending time together, you haven't complimented each other, you haven't been physically affectionate, then the thoughts can't reoccur. So what you do is you try and reconnect. When those thoughts start to hit you, you find ways to reconnect, either emotionally or physically. So you spend quality time together, you might watch a movie together, you might be physically affectionate, you re-establish connection. Once you re-establish physical or emotional connection, the anger, the thoughts, those feelings, all of those will slowly start to disappear. But do not try and soothe yourself through more anxiety, asking for more details, asking for their phone, it creates more anxiety. You'll physically shake as you start checking their phone and so don't do that to yourself. It will only rehash the anxiety. The next question I get asked is, how can I predict if the person I'm dating is likely to be a cheat or not a cheat? Now, thing is, in relationships, the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. In relationships, past behavior has a big impact on future behavior. Now, I'm not saying that's always the case. There are anomalies, but on the whole, if somebody has a cheating past, what that means is it suggests that they use a human connection as a coping mechanism. It doesn't mean we judge them, but this is what it essentially means. It means that when things get tough in a relationship, they don't like having the hard conversations. They don't like the breaking of the attachment and starting again. They don't like confronting and challenging the issue. What they prefer to do is soothe themselves through a connection with somebody else. Now, a lot of people say, oh, but men just like to have sex with other women, blah, 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 but it's not actually that. I mean, the reality is, if that was the case, they would just, hi guys.